Slaps being a boomer. All right, take 3. Let's.
All right, third time's a charm. Third time's a charm.
Don't you say it.
Stop thinking about it. Look at that look on his face.
Oh
God.
I really don't want to be here right now.
It's dead.
It might be dead before it started. Hello.
I believe.
Welcome to attempt 3 at recording Shrimp Hours number 87 because Slap keeps saying words we can't say in the first 7 seconds of the recording.
He said shit. It wasn't bad. It was just shit.
Yeah, it's not even that bad. You could
As
say
opposed
that
to
on
what?
TV.
All right. Hi, I'm Drive Through.
Fuck.
I'm here.
You don't want
Cody's
to know.
here. Slap's here.
Fuck
Caleb's
shit,
here.
tits, motherfucker, cunt.
I think if you swear a lot, it still puts you in the bad bracket of YouTube. They'll get pissed. Not like anyone watches these
Well, we'll
anyway.
find out.
But
We'll certainly.
Dude,
find
I
out
gotta-
after this one.
I got a screenshot to show you. I got a bunch of like those
Put cum
typical
in
like
the title again. That'll gonna get this fucking killed.
I got a bunch of those
Go
like
somewhere.
podcast platform spam emails, and they're just straight up shitting on the show. Like made me feel bad that the
Can we read
bots
hate mail?
they're like, yeah, you use our thing to like get your YouTube views up. You only have 0
throw
reviews
your-
after 72 episodes.
Don't throw your next episode away.
God, we
It's
throw
literally
the
like-
next episode away every time we hit the record button.
Whatever. It's some like AI like viewer platform thing, and they just sent me a bunch of emails being like, hey pal, we know you like your show, no one's watching it. That doesn't make me feel like using whatever garbage platform they're at. Anyway, I guess we can open up this week and talk about how insanely dead NASCAR is.
Yep.
It's so Jover.
At least briefly. Phoenix sucks. They ruined it. The car went in the wrong direction somehow, which was genuinely impressive. I fell asleep watching a cup race again.
Yeah,
I think
I.
that's it.
It's one of the few
NASCAR.
cup races I've watched recently where like I watched the whole thing, but I just wasn't paying attention at all. Just,
I tried to
think-
stay awake.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
This just shows me that this podcast thrives on negativity because we had literally the race of all time at Atlanta. Like it was probably the best cup race that's been had in the last 10 years. Nobody showed up. Then we have a fucking stinker at Phoenix. I watched 10 laps, turned it off, didn't even think about it. Bell won by like 10 seconds or something, and we get 4 dudes here. It's just I wish we could have talked in depth about
to flow through
NASCAR at Atlanta, and instead we have everybody here when nothing happened. NASCAR sucks. The package doesn't work. This car sucks. Everything's dead. I hate NASCAR. I hate Christopher Bell. I hate Jim Frank. I listened to Denny Hamlin, the podcast today. He made so many comments. He was literally like, it would like, and he said it in the media this week too. It was like we could literally make 2 phone calls and have 750 horsepower next week. We're like the reason we're running 670s for nothing. Like we're still, he said it last year too, but like we have the same cost as the 900 horsepower engines, and we're just getting none of the return on investment because we're running fucking tapered spacers. We got them shits limited down to 670, and all of our parts are made for 670 race cars. I hate NASCAR. Jim France, Steve Phelps, Steve O'Donnell. I'm gonna come for you if you don't fix what you started.
Okay, that could have been a lot worse. Thank you.
I'm watching
Um,
410
almost
sprint
an
car
actionable
racing.
threat.
410 sprint cars, you still use the full 900 horsepower.
Oh my god, but it's on dirt and no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, they have to go dig up the track and replace it every 2 hours. It's not interesting. Which I mean, they
Depends
should
on the
just do
racing.
with Phoenix. I did see a lot.
let
There
it-
was a lot of talk on Twitter this week about the Phoenix track, and there was a lot of, which I appreciate. There was a lot of like, hey, let's put the grass back and maybe make them race on the actual track. And then there was a lot of like people being like, nah, Phoenix has always been shit. Just bulldoze it. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because we've had a few like banger finishes at Phoenix. I thought it was a good
Have we?
track, but
It was great before the reconfiguration.
yeah, your boy went side by side with Harvick.
I
that
remember
one time,
that's
didn't
literally
he?
that's the only Phoenix finish I think I've ever remembered ever.
What about
That's-
the Kevin
that's good
Harvick,
enough.
Carl Edwards one?
That it.
Welcome to
Side by side,
conversation,
the closest
Slap.
finish.
Yeah, it was a great finish.
You know what, Slap? I didn't think about that one. You're right. You got me.
You said your boy, I thought you were talking about fucking Blaney.
No.
No,
No, talking about the
clip that.
Carl and Harvick
God.
finish.
did anybody else see? It was really weird to me that, like, the whole time, I don't know, there was like just like this contingent of like the media that was like, this race is fine. I don't know what all the fans are bitching about. Like the entire race, it was like,
It's called
dude,
Yes
this is like-
Men. It's called Yes Men. It's the people that
But
sign
it's
their
like it's
paychecks are
typically
the
like
same one running
it was
the
coming from
organization.
people that like typically aren't yes men for like Jeff Gluck. He's pretty critical of NASCAR at points, and like he was like on there like, oh, this was a good race. I don't know what you guys want.
Yeah, but Jeff Gluck gets blind sometimes. These things happen. I just
RFK didn't have any problems passing people out there.
so
Dude, RFK's base.
true.
They're another championship contender. They both had top 5 finishes, right?
we like a good performance in the first Phoenix race. It bodes well for the future.
If they can make it to Phoenix the second time around. That's
That
good
being
for them.
said, apparently Jordan Bianchi confirmed that they're moving the finale for next season back to Homestead.
Yep. He on the teardown after the race, he said he didn't confirm it, but he said from people that he had talked to inside the industry is that's where it was leaning, was we were going back to Homestead.
He's the rat. I trust the rat.
The Rat King.
Dude, Bianchi's never wrong. Like if he's saying that shit
Yeah.
like publicly on the podcast, I'm willing to say, yeah.
Yeah. For better or for worse. I mean, for better in this case, but yeah.
Kevin Harvick retired because he couldn't.
got a
have private
question.
Conversations anymore.
What year was the
Yeah,
first
he does.
Phoenix finale?
2020.
2020.
It was
2020,
Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott?
Yeah, Chase Elliott.
When did it get announced as the finale?
It was like early 2019.
Yeah,
Okay.
we knew at Homestead that was the final one.
Mm.
For the
Hold on,
time
let
being.
me think, because it used to be, it was ISM Raceway when they were originally
Yeah,
announced
the
it, right?
ism.
The tism.
Which, didn't they sign some massive deal and then only do a few years and then just disappear? Shout out to ISM.
Yeah, it was actually ISM. Their massive deal is what allowed them to
Ruin the racetrack.
Yeah, they announced it March 26, 2019. So if they announced Homestead coming back as the 2025 finale, it would be, or following that time frame, it'd be like next week.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Mm.
I was just checking in on that. All right. Well, NASCAR sucks, but there's been a lot of Twitter drama we can at least dig in on this week. The least of which was Caleb pointing out to Bob Pockers that he was replying to one of those Twitter sex bots, just trying to be helpful. I forget what it was because now that the original tweet's gone, but some bot did just like the generic like content AI thing where they just said some words and Bob quote tweeted it trying to be nice. And Caleb had to be like, hey Bob, that's a Twitter sex bot. They're not real.
Reminds me of a Wise Kids You Know sketch.
I think it was like, yeah, it was when they canceled the ARCA race, and then he was like, we also stopped Cup inspection, and then like, yeah, the sex bot was like, shocker, guess Cup Tech needs a new upgrade, and then Bob was like being nice, and he was like, well, with lightning in the area, they all have to seek shelter, and it was like, Bob, that is not a real person.
Thanks, Bob. Another big story on Twitter this week is Jamie Little was apparently in the Xfinity booth as well as doing ARCA, and it didn't go well. And Twitter has basically called for her head. I mean, it's been bad in the past because let's be honest, Jamie Little, not a very good play-by-play commentator. But this weekend especially, I feel like everyone was like, okay, like we gotta end it. It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Which is sad for her because it was like, you know, her first time doing Xfinity race. It's like, okay, here's a step up. Let's see what you can do. And then she just biffed a lot of the calls and then said the wrong winner at the end. And it was just kind of like,
did she?
Congratulations, Justin Allgaier, as they play a fucking
as they play a clip of him wrecking,
throwing his spoiler at the car in disgust.
Yeah, she signed off at the
like
broadcast
right after
congratulating the wrong dude.
it was like right after Chandler Smith crossed the checkered flag. Like that's when they decided to interview Justin Allgaier at the Care
Yeah,
Center.
that was, but that's not unfair.
They went to a side. Yeah, that's just on the production team. But yeah, they went to like a side by side of the celebration because they're interviewing Allgaier.
That
Like
was
as
strange.
as the burnout's going on.
Isn't that like
I've not-
Chandler Smith's first Xfinity win too?
No,
He
that's
just
his
gets-
second. He won last
Oh,
year.
yeah, no one cares then. Whatever.
That's what I
Yeah,
was
who
asking. That
cares?
would suck if that was his first like win ever, like in the series. Then it just he doesn't even have the footage of the broadcast to enjoy it. It's just like him on a side by side while someone else is being
Honestly,
interviewed.
like I understand like I know it's nowhere near the same scale, but like if I just got done calling a Phoenix race and it's like a shitter, like just terrible, like I'm gonna be like, yeah, fucking whoever the fuck won, congrats. I'm never coming back. You know.
And Twitter agrees. They
Such a
hope she never
cunt
comes
base.
back. I did see the clip of the Justin Allgaier crash, to which like you see the car go around, and then all three people try to get like a full sentence out as he's wrecking, and it just
Yeah, that
broke
was
my
tough.
brain.
That's the thing too, is like when you're play by play, like you have to have
Big dick.
command.
You have to big dick
Yeah,
it.
you have to have command over the booth. So like again, not the same thing, but if Jacob and I are talking, Jacob says anything, I like it's a natural, like I just shut the fuck up, like because Jacob just like big dicks it. So I mean, like you got to be able to do that, and Jamie Little just can't do it.
How
Not
do
a
we
big
get more
enough
of
dick.
that in shrimpage?
Wait, what?
Caleb just hears someone talking and shuts the fuck up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I could never.
That's
Okay.
never happening in shrimpage.
Another fun story from this week. Someone tweeted out that the Stuart Haas transfer hauler crashed in their town in Texas because there was just like an Instagram post about it. And it was the Stuart Haas truck, which Stuart Haas actually put a video up on Twitter that I enjoyed for once, where they showed off their like transfer hauler. They have this hauler set up to haul just 6 cars. So it's like all of their Phoenix or whatever. What the hell? Where are we next week? Texas?
Bristol.
Bristol?
Restart.
It was whatever transfer hauler. It carries their Phoenix cars out west, and then they take like whatever the hell they were last week. I don't watch NASCAR. They
Auto Club.
swap
No,
the
wait, no.
cars in and out. Yeah, not Auto Club anymore.
Vegas.
Vegas, that's what it was. So the transfer hauler drops off the Phoenix cars, picks up the Vegas cars, and then drives back to the shop. And on the way back, I guess it had crashed, and this dude tweeted out. And fucking LJ Toledo quoted it and was like, Stuart Haas hauler crashed with all of their Phoenix cars. I don't know what they're going to do for this weekend. Send tweet. And the internet was not too fond of that. And I'm pretty sure his fake publication dropped him from whatever the hell he was doing there. And the internet collectively was finally like, hey, why are we giving this guy the time of day? He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And someone did the incredible thing of bringing up the clip of him like 3 years ago talking
going off
about
on-
That was 4
Natalie
years
Decker.
ago. I remember me and Cody showed that to like Darian at Daytona, and where he's talking about God, who was it?
Natalie Decker.
Natalie Decker. Yeah.
And he calls her a bitch ass hoe.
Oh yeah, that video.
Oh, it's a classic. I just hadn't
dude.
seen that in a while. I'm glad people brought that one up. That's all I've got to say on that. Like, hold people accountable. Don't let these kids keep getting shit just because they keep staying in people's DMs. It reminds me of Noah C, the way that he keeps popping up in random places just because he has so much drive to stick his nose into everything. Because LJ Toledo, wasn't he the guy who, like, last week made a stupid, horrible, like, the worst graphic you've seen in your life?
I love Rusty.
Is it
Oh my
dead?
god.
Rusty.
Rusty.
It's back.
Daddy's
I think you can
home.
Dude, literally, like everyone had a giant smile on their faces when you joined. My heart's happy. You're back.
It's been
How's
so
the boy?
long.
It's been like a week. What do you mean?
I was like,
It's been like
up.
3
like a
weeks, dude.
month.
It's literally been like 3 weeks.
I was in the
like,
middle of
unscripted-
talking mad shit. That's hilarious.
Dude, I haven't seen you in so long. How's the family? Like, how's life?
Well,
I missed
don't
you.
Don't let me stop the shit talk. That's what this show is good for, right?
We were
No,
just
but I
going on
love
about
you. It's peace and positivity, baby.
Well, I was in the middle of a life spiral into unspoken territory. So I'm like, instead of sitting in my house alone, let me join my favorite people on the planet, see if they can cheer me up.
You didn't buy a Bowflex, did you?
I got you.
Were you served the papers? What's going on?
No, my garage door broke.
How's the
Life
Wii U
derailing.
doing?
Okay.
How's the Wii U doing?
See, this
That's
is
the
what
important thing.
happens when you're on the 6-week chicken bone broth diet and you finally eat solid food.
I'm just envisioning Rusty like sitting like depressed on his couch, like just staring at a blank TV and being like, I can't believe my fucking garage door broke, man. Like, fuck.
What's
Well,
on
it
the
wouldn't be
shelf?
What's on the shelf?
Yeah.
It's my latest book I'm taking on tour to promote. The Rock says, "Buy The Rock."
Okay. I was
We are on
concerned.
the road to WrestleMania, and he's going to betray Roman Reigns, and I will never watch wrestling ever again. I think in 2 weeks in Philadelphia.
Did you show up tonight only because Godzilla -1 won an Oscar?
That is part of it, but no, it's been a day.
Yeah, sad times. Wii U died. Garage door broke.
Did you hear him just chuck that fucking can under his desk and grab another one?
What are you drinking? What is that?
Big mood.
It's like a seltzer.
Oh my god.
Just
There's
pounding
6 of them,
seltzers.
whatever they are. What is it?
Dude, I love Rusty.
Oh, that was crispy.
Rusty's return has been nothing short of triumphant.
Blackberry lemonade. Sparkling
Yeah.
water. Ooh. Ooh.
Have you abandoned the Mountain Dews under the desk, or are they still there?
I did clean up. I did clean up the graveyard a couple days ago.
You got rid of the emergency Mountain Dews.
Good.
Shit, I
He's
love
back
this
on the
Mountain
sparkling
Dew.
water kick. I respect it.
Shit.
Rusty,
Alright.
we've missed you. Yeah, where were we?
I got
LJ
one more
Toledo.
bit on well, I was just talking shit about LJ Toledo and how everyone called him out for not knowing what the fuck he's doing. And he did that. There was a thing a couple of weeks ago that I got pissed about where apparently he got access to the FDNY Racing Twitter account, which are the guys, I don't know if I talked about this in the podcast. The guys that run the Brian Dozer truck.
Yeah.
And he just like tweeted out the biggest piece of shit graphic I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it was genuinely embarrassing. And everyone talked a bunch of shit, and he took it personal and then started crying on Twitter. And everyone's like, oh no, you have to be nice to him. It's his first graphic. And he's, oh, let me see if I can find this. Because it was like genuinely the biggest
It
turd.
was
They
a
might have
piece of
deleted
shit
it. Oh,
graphic.
here we go. So, for reference, this dude is 20 years old, and everyone was on Twitter being like, oh, you know, be nice to him because he made... It's so bad. So I guess he's trying to do like a fire, because it's a fire racing team, firehouse sub collaboration thing, but it's using like NR 2003 models from forever ago, just slapped on a background, put
It's
up by
literally
like an
the
official
Project
racing
Wildfire.
team.
You know what? Devil's advocate here. It's not that bad as I was expecting.
Wow,
No, that's
dude.
fucking terrible, dude.
This is an actual race team tweeting this out, like not a 12-year-old kid.
Okay, it's also like a smaller, like independently funded race team.
I
It's not
will-
like a
okay.
major powerhouse where they can afford like a professional graphic designer.
You can tell
Speaking
Cody,
of which,
he gets pissed.
I'm just defending people like trying to break into their career. Given
Me
their
and
first
DT
try.
were literally on opposite sides of that too. Like,
Listen, if I was judged for my camera work on my first ever like shoot, like I would have never gotten hired again. That's all I'm saying. It's you got to start somewhere.
it's actually a great segue into the next bit, because speaking of race teams that are small and can't afford a graphic designer, Greg Van Alst, who we all love because he won that Daytona ARCA race last year and it was really cool, put a tweet up, which I don't know why he put a tweet up that to design his car for Phoenix, because it is a small team and they do not want to pay for a graphic designer, they used artificial intelligence, put their shit into Dolly, made like a 35 whatever Tire Pros car, and then paid a graphic designer to put it on the car. And that has
Sick.
been,
If that's ARCA, that's based. That's a big time ARCA moment. I love it.
and it's caused multiple storms on Twitter because of the implications and just the weirdness of it all.
Yeah.
Like the fact that
AI
they
is coming for your job, DT.
Yeah, but they still had to hire a designer to put it on the car. Like, what's the AI like? It literally, I don't think it saves any time.
They didn't have to send you those Canadian Dima dollars, is what they saved.
Dude,
They
when
also
you can't afford Kyle Sykes, go to the AI bot machine and just hit generate and print. Fuck it.
They also don't know how to. I don't know if this is they had trouble opening this rap file or what, but this was in the tweet that they sent.
That's sick. It's sick.
Just,
No,
it's
Rusty,
all
you're not
glitchy
seeing the
and
part.
messy.
Yeah, you're not.
Do you not see like the bottom left?
Yeah.
It's like as
like
you
someone
go
put it
down the
shift.
image, it gets worse and worse. Like even the bottom, like the middle car is it's going.
How does that even
insane.
happen? That's
Dude.
sick. I like it.
I don't know.
That's sick. He said.
I don't know if I appreciate the Rusty AI apologism.
Okay, so
Yeah, Rusty's
it's
gone.
Arca.
Rusty's
It's
gone
Arca,
from like
dude.
living in like the cave and never trusting the machines to being full blown techno
dude, yeah,
accelerationist.
he loves the artificial
It
intelligence.
is Arca, and the one guy that I know who designs a bunch of Arca schemes probably would have done a worse job than this computer, which is unfortunate because the car itself is actually not. It's like it's not bad. I feel like
It's not bad.
he didn't have to go and tell the world that he used a computer to come up with it because it just like I don't know, like it's so weird to pay a designer to convert something that a computer made instead of just being like, all right, just put some shit on the car in like an hour, you know?
DT.
It's Arca, man. Just let it die.
Do I have permission to be toxic?
You've
No,
never
moving
asked
on.
before,
Depends.
and that's never stopped
because okay. So in the Greg Van Alst tweet, and I subtweeted it today because it was fucking stupid.
you.
There was a kid on that tweet, and again, like I want to make my stance very
There
clear.
were
Like I am
several kids on that
very
tweet.
strongly against like any form of like AI being used to like create paint schemes. So don't get some fuck shit in your head. But there were lots of kids on there that were like, oh well, why did you use AI? I could have done this. I would have made you a paint scheme for free. And it was like, that's literally like the same thing that AI is bad for. Like you were devaluing every designer because you're like, oh, I would do it for free though. Like it makes no sense. And then on top of it, the kid got like pissed, super defensive, and like someone was like, oh, well maybe you just don't make good paint schemes. And the kid, I forget what he said, but he was I can pull it up actually. He was like, bold claim coming from someone who has never seen my work and probably never made a scheme themselves. I went to because I was like curious. I was like, damn, this kid's talking shit. Let me go pull up his paint schemes. DT, can you pull up the tweet that I've linked in general and in the Discord? Because
Oh boy.
this kid, all due respect, makes some of the worst fucking paint schemes I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not I'm not having these up publicly if I'm talking like some shit like
So
this kid's talking.
He's got 11 followers on Twitter with 600 tweets. That's crazy.
Have you ever seen my stuff? I'm just gonna go reply to that. Yeah, I have.
As somebody who's trying to start my career, it's a child.
Yeah, that is like a.
I would have gladly designed a scheme for free. That's even worse. That's like the one thing worse than having a computer take your job is having some kid do it for free. Why does he get
really funny.
14 likes on the bold claim coming from someone who's never seen my work? I gotta tweet his car and be like,
well, it's all the kids who are banded together. So I made that separate subtweet, and then like 5 or 6 hours later, like I literally had like a chill dude in my comments, and we were just like talking about it. And then randomly at like 3 or 4 o'clock, I just had like 10 kids. Like I got a quote retweet. I got 10 replies. They were like, wow, you're fucking stupid. I was like, dude, you have like 5 followers and you're 12 years old. Get off Twitter. Shut the fuck up. Die.
yeah, I could tell the kids were starting to circle like piranhas, which is why I didn't even like quote it because I was gonna talk some shit and I was like,
Yeah, I think you unintentionally made the best argument for AI that I've ever heard. It's either the thing that's going to destroy society or the stupid fucking kids. I might go with destruction of society.
Might be based.
That what all the canned beans are for. You're ready.
The bug
Yeah, that's
powder.
tough.
Yeah, and I know we have lots of kid listeners. If you're designing paint schemes, stop. Like, just stop while you're.
No,
I forgot
like, okay.
our audience.
Genuinely, it is the worst time to get into that industry. Don't do it. A computer will take your job either before you get good or after you get good.
Oh shit.
Just don't get the job, get the government income and chill.
I do appreciate one of the designers who was like, dude, to get a race car on track is so expensive. Like, getting the license and the tires and just putting the work in to get the car on track. Like, you're spending tens of thousands of dollars. And these dudes could not drop like $100 on just a simple just design. Like, it doesn't have to be like a kid for free. It doesn't have to be crazy. Like, the percentage of getting a race car on track versus how much you pay for a design, I think is still, I don't know, it's a little bit weird, but it is an Arca moment. And they also wrapped their car a lot more than like the Venturini guys do it, and they have good designs. And then they only wrap the sides, and it still looks good, but they'll wrap the whole ass car made by a computer anyway. I won't tell anyone what to think. Okay. While we're on the design kick, let's roll into fucking Drip or Drown. I only have a few cars to show y'all.
You
What
haven't
a
even
drown.
done Drip or Drown yet?
No.
Rusty, we started the show like 5 minutes before you
Yeah, we
showed
did
up.
start this insanely late. It took forever to get ready. And then once we were all ready, Cody needed another
Rusty,
20 minutes.
I jumped the gun on
just-
the Kyle Sykes.
I just want you to know that I was stalling because I held out hope that you would show
That's
up.
what he calls it. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, next round,
You were
yeah.
probably recording ahead of time. Go back and replay the
I actually
recording.
was
We have
recording
it.
at the time.
Everything
Yeah,
was literally
pull up the
ready.
receipts.
You
And
literally
Cody
I
was
was
like, "Oh,
stalling
I
on
gotta go do
purpose
the
because I
dishes,
wanted
gotta go
Rusty
take
to
a
be here.
shower."
Yeah, I had to take a shower. I had to go. to the
Caleb was
bathroom.
spoiling the outline, reading through emails while he was driving.
Caleb
home
was
from work.
reading through the outline while driving, and while saying
Okay.
he wasn't reading through the outline while driving.
Okay. You're biased, all of you. I don't want to hear it.
And then we called him out on that. He's like, I didn't go through the outline. I'm
Can
literally
we get
reading
through
it right
Drip or
now.
Drown?
I'm not gonna pull it up. I just read it now. See, I didn't read it yet up until now.
All right, we're gonna
Drown.
we're gonna look at one of the greatest paint schemes of the season already.
Mm,
This is coming up, I think, next week. Kyle
Look
Sykes
at that
made a Ross
bass.
Chastain fucking Bush Light car with a big old fish on the side. Apparently, there's some Bush Light collector's edition things, which I learned
Bend
because
that
they
bass
put it on the
over.
car. And that's sick. Collector's edition cans, catch all 4, big old fish on the side, art across the whole. This is sick. Like, this is an instant classic in my opinion. Cool graphic too. But yeah, shout out to fucking this Ross Chastain car, and this might be proof that the Stuart Haas designers were kind of. Although I don't know, there's been some cool
No,
Bush,
they were banger,
Kevin Harvick
banger
cars.
Ford cars.
Yeah, you're right. I can't talk shit. I'm just glad that they're still doing a good job over at Trackhouse. Okay, some cars to
I like
talk
how
about.
the green of the trees
oh,
matches
spoilers.
the fish.
What?
It does. Some cars to talk about from last week. First of all, Christopher Bell won in a
Shitter.
car with just a tiny logo on the door and then just abyss on the quarter panel with just the weirdest number 20 I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how this happens. Like how we get to this point where they've got
Look
a
at how the
black
nose
20
lines up
with a
compared to the
white
side.
outline, a red outline, and then another white outline. This doesn't line up at all with that. I don't know what's going on. I have no
AI
explanation
generated.
for it.
It's AI
I feel like
generated.
it's-
It's like when it tries to make like the hands and they're just all.
Dude, look at
fucked
the
up.
logo on the back. Just a little guy. Yeah, they pay a lot of money to be on this race car, and that's what they get. Which I'd like to contrast with a Ryan Williams banger, because they announced that Bubba Pollard's going to be in the 88 with Ream on the car, and it has the greatest Ream hood I've ever seen in my life.
Look how large and majestic
It's
that is.
so good. Even on the back, it's massive, huge Ream on the quarter panel, Ream.com on the side. Like, that's how you get your money's worth out of a race car. Not like that.
Yeah, notice how the car with the centered door number gets better sponsor activation because the designer is actually competent compared to whoever's
Like,
fucking
imagine
that shit up and Joe gets
this
racing.
hood logo, big old ream circle, just on the door. Put it there, make it big, have the thing across the side, put a little .com up here. It's not hard, people.
It just goes to show, like, the number placement means absolutely nothing if you're just not
Yeah.
going to use this space. It
Yeah.
is all about integrating the sponsorship with the paint job and the scheme and all that. Number placement does not fucking matter.
And you can't even pull the branding guidelines card on this thing because here it is being used awesomely on another team with another designer. Dude, look at it. He's got, even on the roof, it's got 3 ream logos of increasing size on the roof. It's hilarious. It's awesome.
Why does it get bigger?
Because the 88's leaned that way, so there's more space for the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Let's,
feel
let this
I've
be a
been saying it
lesson.
for years. I still feel that Trackhouse is like the only ones to do the pushed forward number designs properly. Exactly. Yep. Case in point.
This
There's
goes back
some-
to a conversation that we had, but too bad they can't make any fucking merch to celebrate the great ass cars they put on track every week. Every fucking shirt they put out's a shitter.
It's true.
Well,
We
to
did
be
talk
fair,
about that.
they
the other
share a
week.
merch hauler with like RCR or something.
It doesn't
Yeah, it's-
control their
it's-
fucking merch.
Yeah,
I mean, Junior Motorsports shares one with Legacy Motor Club or whatever it is.
Like Trackhouse has one of, if not the best social media graphics dudes, and one of, if not the best car wrap dudes. I don't know why they can't get it done in the shirt department. Anyway, let's look at some cars from last week. First of all, Ryan Blaney, Advance Auto Parts got a new logo, and they slapped it on the 12, and I think it's kind of okay. I like the logo, actually.
Yeah, they made it big. They actually properly used the
That's
space. What a
base.
concept. Yeah, it's actually
Minimalist
decent design.
trash.
What?
It reminds me
I
of
don't
It's
the
just
old
what it
school
was
scheme. Shut up, Slam.
previously. Like it's almost the same thing, just with a better font.
I mean, I don't like
Worst
the
one.
I don't like that it's white instead of orange on it, honestly, but I mean, I can get used to it. Like it's
No, I
it's a
like the red
banger
better.
in terms of paint scheme. Banger.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if anyone noticed, because I certainly didn't notice, and I watched a bunch of the Cup race, but Harrison Burton has a new paint scheme.
He was in the
Most-
race.
Harrison
Yeah.
Burton still races.
The most invisible drive. It is genuinely impressive how invisible Harrison Burton is in
He's a
NASCAR.
third year full time.
Yeah, he
He
is.
just wouldn't know it. whatsoever.
Dude, I saw somebody on Twitter say it. Like, I could have told you just now that Harrison Burton sat out of Phoenix, and you wouldn't have known if I was lying or not.
If he didn't flip in the 500 a few years ago, I would have just not known he was in the Cup Series. Period.
I cannot tell you a single other thing he's done in the Cup Series other than flip in the Daytona 500. Nothing. No like cool story of him like getting a penalty and coming back. No like insane wreck avoidance. No like
like, top
glorious
five
top
finishes, to my
five.
knowledge.
Like there's just nothing.
It's literally like the dragon meme where it's like you got Joey Logano, you got Ryan Blaney, and then you got Austin Cindric, Harrison Burton. It's like fucking
Dude, how
putting around in
long?
the 20s.
Whenever they fucking introduce Harrison Burton or just whoever's been in that 21 car for that matter, how long has it been where they keep saying it's like they're chasing Wood Brothers like 100th win or whatever
It's
the
been since
milestone is?
Blaney won at Pocono 2017. That
2017.
was 99.
Yeah, like that. They just say that like every time in the starting grid whenever they get to
Yeah.
that 21 car, chasing Wood Brothers 100th victory.
I'm like
Out.
genuinely concerned that they won't ever get it and that Harrison Burton's gonna be the last dude in that car and it's gonna die and become a
There's
Penske
gonna be
car.
like
we
a
just
super
say that,
speedway
like,
win.
Paul
They'll get a super
Menard
speedway.
had a more memorable stint in that car. At least he got
Yes.
a pole.
Genuinely.
100%. I would
But,
argue
like-
even Matt DiBenedetto had a
Yeah.
more memorable stint in that car.
Matty D was it was Mickey Mouse, but he was a playoff
Hey,
driver in that car.
Past Kyle Busch in the kink at Road America, almost won that race at Talladega.
And Harrison Burton, sponsored by fucking Draver. Shout out to whatever the hell that is.
I
All
like
right.
the arrow, like MCS.
It's very
type
Noah
thing going on.
Gregson's Switch like.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Harrison Burton won an
it's a good car.
Xfinity race at one of my Road America races I went to. That's the only
He
thing I
won a
can
lot of
remember he was in.
Xfinity races. And then nothing
Well,
else.
that's what happens when you're in a Gibbs car.
Good JTG paint scheme alert. I don't know what the hell Coca-Cola Spiced is, but they made a cute little car for Stenhouse to putt around in
Does that mean
with
it's
cans on the quarter panel.
boozed
They've
up?
been these just launched
don't know
at
what
the
it is.
Target. I've just started. It's like raspberry flavor
Oh.
Coke.
Thought it was gonna be
Raspberry.
like the hard Mountain Dews.
Whatever happened to Coke Energy?
What?
The Coca-Cola energy drink.
That's a good
is
question.
Gone.
Whatever happened?
Probably
to Vault?
sucked. But that, yeah, Coke Energy was a thing.
It's
There's
still
a
around.
couple
It's
NASCARs
like-
back in the day too.
Did they go
It's-
the way of a rowdy
it was-
energy? There's too much
It's
lead in there.
discontinued in North America as of May 17th, 2021. So the fact you've gone 3 years without thinking about it is probably a good sign.
There's a bunch of old like defunct energy drinks I always think of every now and then. It's
Amp.
like what are? Yeah, Amp, Vault, that Kickstart shit, like by Mountain Dew.
Kickstart's still around.
That's
Oh,
still
is it?
around.
I was
That's
about
what
to say,
Amp.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
Isn't that
it.
what Amp
I think they
became?
relaunched it.
Didn't Amp become Mountain Dew
Amp became
Kickstart?
Kickstart.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, I have one, not even
Well,
a paint
drinks like
screen to
a
show
soda,
you,
kicks
just a
like
photo.
Drink into it.
Yeah, Vault was the greatest. Rest
The
in peace,
last,
Vault.
the last Stripper Drown. I just want to show you this Austin Dillon Morgan and Morgan lawyer car.
Oh my
They put the wrap on the like the
Please zoom in farther
Camaro
on that.
hood bulge. It's just the dude's nose gets cut off. It's just the instant meme. It's so good.
Oh my god.
Look at this dude.
That's the thumbnail right there.
Can you please include that into the thumbnail amongst our
Put him in the
heads?
corner like Ben was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I can do it. I'll. I already tweeted it out and people have already liked it because fucking. You have to think about where the shape of the hood when you put something on the car, otherwise you'll end up with this dude getting memeified.
That looks like a cozy Formula One like hype tweet.
Yeah, it does.
Does
Yeah.
look like a
One where he like
cozy-
takes a picture of like the TV pointing
Dude, I
downwards.
love those so
The
much.
giant
Those always
neocortex
get a
heads.
laugh out of me. Yeah. Just the way, even when he does it with cars or like,
Can you pull up the Max Verstappen one? It should be like his most recent tweet.
God,
Those-
it
oh
just
yeah,
it
those always make
never
me giggle.
ceases to make me giggle when I wake up in the morning to watch F1 and I just see WinVow on Twitter posting these. And that's just his bit. Like he just puts his phone next to the screen and takes these goofy ass angle photos. God. Dude, oh yeah, here's another good one from I think the Daytona 500 of the 38
Oh yeah, the 38 is just massive.
makes it look huge. Such a good bit. All right, now that we got all that nonsense out of the way,
Looks like a BMW at an endurance race right there.
it's time to go on a trip to my favorite
Ooh.
planet.
Spaceship.
Stories of animals at the track. Stories from the track.
Animal Planet's the segment. Jesus Christ. Caleb has taken some images and sent them to the group. Putting his phone right next to the fucking screen. God.
I was just
That
wondering.
slap one is good.
It's never not funny.
Hold on, I'm gonna do one with Cody.
Oh
God.
boy.
Uh,
Doesn't my head already look big enough as it is?
That'll look pretty fucking large.
My giant ass head.
do we have any animals to report on this week? Rusty, do you have anything from the past month since you've been here?
Any spa
Um,
updates?
They
How's the
opened
gym?
up the they opened up the new sauna, but not much to report.
Ah.
No dick stains.
Well, that means a good thing. If there's nothing to report, that means it's staying
Oh no, I
clean-ish.
talked about it a couple weeks ago. They designed it so there's like a whole glass wall, and instead of like a wood wall or like a door with like a teeny little window in it, you can just look directly straight into the locker room, so you can watch the entire locker room do
Huh?
their thing. Yeah, so while you're just hanging out in the sauna, you can watch people change.
Dongs out in the sauna.
So you're sitting in the sauna just looking at people fucking change? What?
Yeah, if I were
Some
I don't know
jerk
if I-
material.
so
Jesus.
the viewing angle, oh my god. You look directly down this corridor which is where people come out from the shower, the bathroom, and like the sink. And then to the left of that corridor is the entire locker room. So as you're sitting there, you can like, as you have this like 45-degree angle, you can see everything. Or this 90-degree angle, you see everything.
This? A see-through wall into the locker room. Yeah, what the hell?
Some animal.
I will say the behavior has improved, so I don't know what that says about
okay,
a co-ed experience versus like I don't even know, limiting it to. I don't know what I can say. I'm just traumatized from Ben telling me what words I can and can't say. I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, let's just keep it moving. Let's just keep it moving.
Just Ben specifically.
What did Ben
Rusty,
say?
we need to have you taking a selfie in the locker with you just doing the Captain Morgan pose, just going out.
I do have some unreleased videos of me talking within the sun. I think they're gonna stay on my phone though.
You cannot.
If I get really desperate or think I like need to make myself laugh, I might upload them. But they're really
Rusty
really
sauna thoughts.
Yeah, they're intentionally bad. If you thought my previous videos are bad, these ones are even worse.
I love your train of thought after hearing like you need to take photos like Captain Morgan style, and you like I do have unreleased video.
I was like, hey yo.
Rusty's always got some weird bit if you just prod him for it. All right, do we have any other animals to report on other than sauna designers?
With the fucking beehive right next to their front door. I had to deliver a package to. That was fun.
Like actual
like
bees or like
company.
wasps?
Trying to deliver the loot and you're getting attacked by bees.
I know. Dude, it was like I think it must be a beehive that's just naturally occurring. It was like in the bushes on the walk up to their front door. And I just
Cody,
like
don't
start hearing
jump
like
in that one.
Yeah, I started hearing making buzzy noises. It wasn't actually a beehive.
Cody's phone
I just
fell in the bottom of the bush.
like a cartoon skit, just like the bee buzz, like just like a million of them. Like, and as I walked by, they got like all around me and everything. I'm like, oh, and I just kind of picked up the pace, dropped it off next to the door. And I was like, are those yellow jackets? And I look closer, like, no, they're honeybees, and then just walk past them.
Oh, it's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, they at least put up a sign like, "Hey, we have honeybees here. You know, leave packages next to the garage."
Well, they might not even known. Like maybe if the queen just ended up stuck in the bush and the whole hive just comes and hangs out there.
Stuck in the bush. I can relate. These things.
Yeah, I've seen enough bee TikTok to know that just randomly, just clusters of these guys will turn up on people's doorsteps.
Jesus.
All right. Well. Let's go to the media check-in.
B YouTube is where it's at, man. That is a deep rabbit hole.
That's good stuff. I got a question. Has anyone else seen Dune 2 yet?
No.
You did? Ooh. What do you think? Like, don't spoil anything, obviously, because it came out this week. But I'm curious on your thoughts, Rusty.
Rusty, what are your...
And also, what did you watch it in?
How much time do we have? I watched it in a non-IMAX. I didn't know IMAX was the real way to see it.
That's what I saw.
I didn't realize they cropped the IMAX to make it into the normal widescreen.
So it's shot for friggin' square ass things.
And the thing that, because I watched a YouTube video, I kind of recommend it for anybody that's interested. Where they compare the IMAX to the one that's in theatrical release and probably the one that's going to be on streaming and physical. So the guy actually edited like the trailer to like, I don't even know how he did it, but the full frame in IMAX makes that movie look even better. And that the movie already looks as good as it's like it. I don't even know how they do it. The cinematography or that director, every time he does a movie, it's top tier. So that IMAX version is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, dude. I mean, oh god, like you have to. I could not watch that movie on a couch. Like that is a big screen, fucking booming sound kind of movie. God, it was beautiful.
Yeah. Once it gets going, yeah, it's pretty good.
I I do like how much things happened in this one compared to the previous one.
Well,
Like,
I should have prefaced this whole thing by saying, leaving Dune 2, I was the biggest Dune hater in the history of Dune.
Mm.
But
Leaving 2?
since then, I have rewatched 1, and knowing what I know now after rewatching 1 is incredible. Like if I had that movie 20 years ago, I feel like the whole Dune universe would be like the greatest thing ever. And like
So
the more
I'll-
I sit and
I've seen a lot of
think
people
about it,
comparing it with OG Star Wars.
yeah, and like just the amount of depth or lore, just attention to detail in the movie in general. I think I have an idea where the third. Well, I don't even know if I can say this. They need to make a third one, and
Yeah.
I feel like I needed to be told this was a multi-part adventure prior, because if you get this whatever this is going to be, this 3-part, 4-part, 5-part, if you watch that all in one sitting, I feel like it has potential to be one of the greatest pieces of media ever. But not having that or not knowing that makes it kind of like I feel like I'm wasting my time here. But all the details and everything, all the lore, like I've watched like 6-8 hours worth of YouTube videos on Dune.
Damn.
And
Yeah, Alt Shift X has the best like rundowns. Like he just like gets into the nitty gritty like really quick and explains a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. But
like
yeah, the
I've been-
the first 2 movies are basically the first book, and I think there's 6 books.
Yeah.
God.
so
Damn, this thing could go deep.
I
Yeah,
figured
there
out
could like legit be like 12 movies.
I don't want to know what happens in the third book, but the way it feels like they're setting up this, I don't want to say a plot twist, but they're setting up finally something to happen, and you're gonna be like, this is the greatest thing of all time. Well, maybe not, but like you can tell they're planting seeds where they didn't do any real seed planting in 1. 1 was like building like the lore. 2 was like kind of
They
setting
did a lot
the
of
stage.
teasing in 1 for
Yes.
the future.
Yeah. So rewatching 1, so I'm gonna go back and watch 2 again just because I hated parts of 2, but
Really?
I feel like whenever the third one comes out, it's gonna be life changing for like a lot of people. Like I'm kind of old and it's like past my time, but like if I would, like I said, if I would have had that when I was like a teenager, I'd be like, it's Dune for life because it's pretty cool.
I rewatched.
But I still
1.
think it still sucks.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
dude.
I
but-
rewatched 1 the night before 2, and it was perfect.
Yeah, if you don't know, because I think part of my obsession with Star Wars is being obsessed with the world and every little character, setting, scene, everything, and knowing every little dude. When you go back and rewatch 1, it's like Dune 1, it's like, oh my god, this is sick. When you know Arrakis, you know all the family, you know all the like the prophecy, you know all of it. Dune 1 is sick.
Is Cody's mic popping for anyone else?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Plug your thing back in. Yeah, there was.
I will say this: I've never in my life ever seen like a massive fandom like come out of like one scene in a movie before, and that was the Sardaukar, like in the first movie. And then like there's just like the dude throat singing, doing all this weird shit. They're sacrificing all the fucking recruits who washed out, and they're like washing the blood of the guys that did graduate and all that. And like the way the dude speaks is like a truncated form of English that's kind of, and he's just, you know, the only word he says completely is like emperor and all that shit. And like all the little details in just like a 1.5-minute scene. And like everybody was just like down in the comments, just like Sardaukar for life. These are the most badass motherfuckers ever. Holy shit. They fucking have, you know, Mongolian throat singers and they look like Vikings. This is based.
Yeah, one of the things that made me trip was just rewatching Oscar Isaac talk, knowing that it was a setup. Like that is so cool. Like he still did it, knowing the whole thing was a setup. The one thing I didn't come prepared, and I just thought of this, and I have to say this while I'm on record.
Okay.
One of the coolest things about Game of Thrones seasons like 1 through 4 is rewatching them, because that's when you re-pick up on all the dialogue, all the setting, all the little hints and cues. I feel like there was so much depth in that show that you didn't appreciate till you watch it again. That's kind of what I wanted to get at for Dune is your first time watching it, you're gonna be like, this kind of sucks. But when you watch it 2-3 times, you're gonna be like, this is insane.
Yeah, so I mean, I watched the first one when it came out, and I did not remember much from that movie.
Yeah,
I
nothing
don't know
happened.
if it's I don't know if it's because there was like I didn't really understand everything, but I watched back over and I was like, this is the real shit. And 2 is great just because there's so many big moments where you're just nutting in the theater because there's cool shit going on and it's gorgeous and it's loud and it's like, it's gonna take them 4 years to make each one of these goddamn movies, so it's gonna take forever to get through everything, but it's gonna be so good.
Rusty, where did you watch Dune 1? Because I haven't seen Dune at all.
On
The internet.
demand. You have to, like DT says, you have to have the volume on max. You have to be locked in and focused. Like if you're just like on your phone while the movie's playing, you're gonna think it's the biggest piece of garbage.
Caleb can't do that though. Does not have the attention span.
I had like a friend of mine who was like a big like cinephile like back in the day. Like we used to go to movies all the time, and I asked him, I was like, "Hey man, I want to go see Dune 2. Did you see part 1?" He's like, "No, dude, I can't like watch movies anymore." He's like addicted to TikTok now, and he's just like, "Let me see if there's like a recap of it on TikTok, and then I'll come and watch it with you." I'm just like, "No, dude, no, you fucked it. I don't."
Someone whose attention span has just been murdered from TikTok,
hey, we have one of those,
like Snapchat. Reels.
Yeah, dude. Like he like I've like just like seen him at like parties and shit, and he's just like watching TikToks, like watching like entire like AI generated voice videos where it's just a recap of a movie.
With video game gameplay.
Dude, yeah, you
I
gotta
don't know
get
if he's at that point yet, but
dude,
yeah,
no, that's a banger. The Minecraft parkour going, the AI like text to speech of like some Reddit story going on. Yeah,
dude, even just like listening to someone with the sound on scrolling through their feed, I just get cancer. Like I can't do it. Just hearing like the something else, Christ. Anyway,
while we're on Dune, I got a question. Has anybody else seen the original Dune movie from like 80?
I'm not that old.
Or whatever it is.
1984.
Yeah, has anybody else seen that movie?
No, I've seen.
I kind of want to now. I kind of want to.
I feel like everybody that watches Dune Part 1 and 2 has to go back and watch the original.
So
it is.
Does it cover the same time period?
Yes.
Okay.
It does all it does Dune Part 1 and 2 in one movie in 1984, okay. And it is the most bizarre piece of media you'll ever see.
I've seen clips from it, and I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, I saw clips from that when I was in like high school, and I had a friend who was like into Dune. He was like reading the books and shit, and I just saw like, yeah, he who controls the spies controls the universe. Like this weird dude like floating through the air, just saying that shit. Like there are some like out of context, hilarious fucking shots in that movie.
I couldn't imagine, like, for example, like our parents reading that book back in the day, and then all they have their entire life for media is that movie, and they just got to be the most bitter, spiteful, hateful people ever, and then they finally get this like kind of like fully realized vision, which is cool. But the original 84 dude,
and the 1984 movie wasn't the guy who played Faye, just like
it was Sting.
It was Sting, yeah.
It was Sting.
He comes out in a Speedo wearing nothing but a Speedo, like
he hops out the tank like naked, and it's like that's Sting.
Dude, if you just go look at like Dune 1984, just random clip, you will find some of the most hilarious shots you've ever seen in your life. Like these were people who obviously like didn't get it, you know?
Damn.
Well, some
Sting
of the
as in the
lore
wrestler, or the singer from the Police.
The singer.
You guys have to see it. Like you can't even spoil it. You just have to see it and experience it, because I don't think there's anything like it in the history of film or anything. There's nothing like it.
It might be the campiest movie to have ever camped.
Yeah, and they condense. Yeah,
condense like what is like 4 or 5 hours worth of film into like an hour and
you have
50 minutes.
Yes, that's why you have to see it, because the way they just go boom, 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 like hit these plot points, it's like insane.
I'm excited now. All right, we'll check back in on that. Anyway, watch the first one and then watch the new one preferably in like full IMAX 70mm, because it will blow your socks off. All right. Speaking of
Putting a
blowing,
70
Arms
millimeter in my
sucks.
mouth.
let's read some emails.
Send in your fucking mail. Wash your fucking hands, slap. Send in your fucking mail. Send them in, guys.
Send them in,
Wash
guys.
your fucking hands, slap. I don't give a fuck, man. You better send in those emails at this point. Welcome to fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
Real quick, I watched No Country for Old Men. So when I went to go see Dune, I was like, it's the dude. It's the dude. Like, he's so good. He might be the greatest actor of all time. I had no idea it was that guy all through Dune 1.
Anton Chigurh.
Yeah, clicked in my brain after. I was like, no way. I love that guy. Sorry. All right, read the email.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I did want to kind of jump into emails because
Coin toss.
I realized we have 11 fucking emails. So send us less next week, but send them questions, comments, concerns, experiences. Send them to ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. No AI generated crap.
I put mine into the. I was trying to put my finger in the gap there.
Put my finger in your gap.
Jesus Christ. All right. The first email comes from Mr. Ass, who says, in the last episode you talked about if we listen to Shrimp Hours or if we watch it. I usually watch the episodes on YouTube when they upload, but I listen to them on Spotify if I'm at school or driving and want to listen. The Fall Guys stuff is fine for me to listen to because my autistic ass has downloaded multiple One Plays compilations as MP3s on my phone. I don't know who that is, but sure. We did another Fall Guys episode last week. Rusty, you missed it.
How'd it go?
Great.
It was pretty good, actually. We didn't play well, but it was a good show.
Yeah, we didn't play well. Yeah, that's.
We got 8 in a row without you.
How's the new season?
It's literally the worst.
They didn't add anything.
That's
just
fine.
It's just like 5 costumes and then 2 months of. So they didn't even like in the previous season. Like you have the battle pass points, and if you get to the top of the battle pass, you get the golden lion costume. This season, the top costume's level 60. And
70.
after that, there's 240 levels of just shards.
Yeah, it goes to level 300, and after level 70, it's all shards.
Yeah. So
And also, like, I feel like the like level rotation this season is worse. Like, I feel like I've been getting a lot more like of just like race rounds and then like blast
fruit
Lannis
match.
finale.
So many fruit match, fruit
Kraken.
counting.
Dude,
Kraken.
it's so
Did
bad.
they unvault any egg or any OG
No egg.
levels?
There's
No
lots of
egg at all.
penguin.
We're never bringing
levels.
egg back.
No OG egg ball roll.
We've had a couple ball rolls here and there.
We've had
Had a couple
snowball
ball
roll,
rolls.
but not the original drag race ball roll. That thing's
Yeah.
gone.
I miss ball roll.
No battery.
Miss rolling my ball.
We don't even play original hoops anymore. Kind of dumb.
Hoopsie Legends? What?
Legends is the season 2 hoops, but remember the original one with
Oh.
the big triangle in the middle and the kind of like
Yeah.
2 halves?
I
Played that
don't know
one
if I
forever.
do.
You'll remember when you see it. There's like 2
Okay.
spinners, then there's like the big pyramid in the middle with the one hoop.
Gotcha. Making a pyramid, Rusty.
But basically,
Not a computer on cam.
Did the
Since
aliens
they,
build that one too?
since they fired all the devs, they basically just choose like 6 or 7 user created levels and then just use those during the season. And then next season we'll get a new set of user created levels.
I got a question. Does anybody want to come with me to Egypt sometime? I don't think I'll ever go in
What?
my life, but I'm just throwing this out there right now. Would anybody go? Because I'm pretty impulsive, and
I'd go.
All right,
If I had
let's
money.
go.
If it's for a
I-
darkness retreat, I'll go with you.
Rusty, you can take me to any corner of the earth and I will follow you.
Yeah, I would.
Wherever you tell me to go, I'll go.
I'm gonna need another Packers related.
You're going down
darkness
into
retreat.
the. I'm gonna send you into a couple forbidden chambers in Egypt and see what happens.
I'd like to see Rusty's Forbidden Chamber.
I'm gonna open up a
Dude.
mummy's tomb.
I was about to say, what happens when the shrimps get arrested for fucking like opening King Tut's just like tomb, just like
Rusty's-
breaking
It's gonna be
in?
worse. We're gonna get a curse. We're all gonna die. That's what's gonna enact the pack.
Rusty's
Do you
gonna
remember
bring
that
a
one
tape
time they
measure to
opened
the
up-
pyramids. Start
Remember-
fucking.
Remember they
measuring
popped the
and-
sarcophagus and their faces were right over it and there was like juice inside? Like,
You're literally thinking of the movie The Mummy with fucking
no, they
Brendan Fraser.
actually, dude, this was like 10, 15 years ago. They unearthed like a granite sarcophagus in the middle of New York or something. And there was like mummies inside and like they just straight up wafted the juice. Like No, like no hazmat, just straight like mummy
Wafted
juice. Do you know
What
what
are
I'm
you
talking about?
talking about?
New York.
This flew under my radar.
Hold on, let me
You
find.
said
this.
10 to 15 years ago?
Yeah.
I'm literally thinking of that scene in The Mummy where they had like
New York
that.
City.
Yeah, I'm literally thinking of the scene in The Mummy where they had like the acid booby traps whenever they'd open up the tombs and like the workers are just
Did they waft the juice?
they wafted tons of juice.
Well, one of our listeners will definitely know there was definitely this.
I don't think they will, Russ.
No,
I hope
Rusty,
they
this is a
don't.
youth.
I genuinely hope they don't. I would be concerned if they do.
The
You know what?
voices are talking to you.
You've actually flipped me. I don't want to go to Egypt with you anymore because this is it's destined to be just a weirdo retreat.
Also, just a side note before we forget, I think waft the juices is a front.
Yeah, I already have that.
podcast. All right.
All right. The second email comes in from Bill. And Bill says, last episode, you wanted to know which one is worse. Because we were talking about making a title with shit in it, and I did not put the title with shit in it. But he says, "Cum is not one of the words in Family Reunion by Blink 182."
What?
It says, "More you know, fuckers." So I guess he's saying cum is worse. All right. The next email comes in from Luke. Who says, I can't believe Max won by 30 seconds in Saudi Arabia. It was like
Yes, you
15.
can.
I can.
Yes,
Converting a
you
Leclerc
can.
pole into a win. I'm shocked. He put this out before the race and said, I'm trying to jinx it. And that's exactly how it went down. Okay.
The gift of prophecy.
The next email comes in from Try, formerly TNT Productions. Okay.
How we doing?
And says... it's funny you guys mentioned Rusty and flying lessons. We talked about your airplane tweet last week. I think
before we
Rusty
get to this,
may actually be dead. Sorry, what?
hopefully you guys roasted me pretty good on the flying lessons.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you were to put together like a list of people who should not fly a plane, I'm probably towards the top of that list.
Yeah, that's fair. I can just like you can't play a video game and talk at the same time, so I can't imagine you trying to like keep track of the 500 things you have
Rusty's
to do when
gonna
you're flying
crash
a
his plane because he's looking at chat. Yeah.
Did you actually fly a plane? Is that what we're getting at?
I did not.
He's gonna fly into the IRS building.
He might be in training though, from the sounds of it. Student in training.
That's a sleeper cell in training.
Jesus.
Well, the guys. All right, keep it moving.
All right, so Try wrote in. I may think Rusty may actually be dead. Not to dox myself too much, but I live in Minnesota near the Minneapolis and St. Paul area.
Oh.
Last week, we had a giant commercial airliner that flew dangerously low after departing the Minneapolis airport. It flew over my house at 2 a.m. There was a jet engine sound followed by the world's loudest gust of wind imaginable. I do believe Rusty was the man piloting that airplane. Why else would it be so low near to the ground near a major city? If Rusty has not returned by the next episode, I have a few predictions. 1. Rusty is evading the country. 2. Rusty's a Fed. Or 3. Rusty's dead. Anyway, I thought I'd bring that up since the sequence of info seemed to correlate with each other too coincidentally.
I think my vote is option number 2.
Yeah, he's a Fed.
Rusty's the biggest Fed. Rusty and Slap, I think, are in like Fed cahoots.
Look
where
at 'em
they're
down
like
there.
both. Yeah.
No, we're in like
Smile.
opposing departments. Like I'm FBI, he's CIA, and we just fucking hate each other. We keep stepping on each other's toes.
It says, another news, I have a friend who's recently gained a major interest in NASCAR, and dare I say, maybe a new fan. One of the things he's been doing is watching way too much NASCAR on YouTube. Oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
He was amazed at just how much technology NASCAR actually has nowadays and how much those innovations are on our everyday cars. I asked him what innovations are currently on our cars, and he proceeded to tell me about roof flaps. So I guess the question I have for you guys is, what are some funny new fans of NASCAR stories that you've seen or heard or experienced? From Try. So what are some goofy things that new fans have
really
done?
old one? It's like going back really far. I had a buddy that was just insanely casual NASCAR, didn't really care. but he heard that it's a really old Tony Stewart interview about them like apparently racing slot cars, just how you couldn't pass. So it's like, oh, we're like racing slot cars out here. And he genuinely thought that like NASCARs literally had like magnets in the track or something that like controlled like what the fucking cars did. It's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Do you kidding me?
My the two that I took to Atlanta that have like been getting really NASCAR pilled. They've been getting slowly like more and more into it, and I think it's really funny because like they were exposed like Daytona and Atlanta like back to back, and I think they just thought they were getting that every week because then like I met up with them yesterday and yeah, he was like, what the fuck was that? Like after a Phoenix race, he was like, that fucking sucked, and I was like, yeah, that's Phoenix for you.
Yep.
But he's also he's been like big on NASCAR YouTube, and he was telling me about it yesterday, and he was like, yeah, I was watching this one guy, he's like, Black Flags Matter, and I was like, no, turn it off. I was like, turn it off, turn it off. Like,
Yeah, you don't want to do
don't
that.
watch it.
Be
all right.
based and watch slap shoes instead.
They do enjoy slap. They like slap.
Dude, dads everywhere love slap.
Dads love slap.
Huge among dads. If your dad watches slap, send us an email, ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. All right. The next one comes in from Mark. And Mark says, I'm going to vouch for Caleb about Instagram Reels. As someone who ends up doom scrolling Instagram Reels, my feed just spewed fatal car accidents at me for like a month straight. I didn't do anything to want them. They just spawned in the algorithm. It was a massive thing these past few months, and I still get them from time to time because the accounts just put some shit in the caption like, everyone was okay, smiley, thumbs up. And apparently that's enough for Instagram to not flag it.
Yeah, please, let's see one,
Dude,
Caleb.
Carlos literally the day after we recorded the podcast sent me this meme, and it like accurately describes it. He sent me this right here,
Oh my god.
where it's just like a bunch of like different crashes, but it's like
I
it
know all of
corroborates
those.
the experience. Like if you were on Instagram, you know, like hold on, let me literally go find.
That
Alright,
Alan
I'm just gonna
McNish
go.
crash is legendary.
Yeah, that thing's sick. I can't believe
Literally-
those photographers got away.
I can't believe he didn't clear that tire barrier. There was no fence there. He just like hit the top
Yeah.
and kind of stopped and went up and came down.
Oh, I think we might have got one. I've been scrolling for what is it, like 10 seconds? Oh yeah, here we go. We got a good one.
Oh, Gardner Expressway in Toronto. Shout out. The mistake by the lake.
Mistake by the lake.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Shit.
I've been scrolling for 10 seconds. Oh yeah, here's another. I can tell this one's gonna be good.
I don't care how bad.
So it's
quality
just
these
like
are. I don't want to be watching
horrifying
these.
car accidents.
Yeah, this is how we get it.
I don't
past
know.
the
Am
YouTube bot.
am I getting edged
This looks
here?
like Russia.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Oh, he's on
Oh
the
my
ice.
God. Oh no.
Oh,
no.
oh my
Oh.
god. Oh no.
I don't
That's just like
want
an
Oh my
actual
God.
death.
Comment
Whose
below.
fault is this? Comment below. Are you
Jesus
kidding me?
Christ.
See,
Yeah,
this,
so
Like
this-
and subscribe.
I
we are
found
reaching
what,
a
two fatal
stage
crashes.
of social media. This like algorithm
Oh.
era.
It popped.
I don't want to see it.
It
Caleb.
doesn't-
Don't.
All
I'm
right.
not watching. I'm not watching.
It doesn't feed you content you want to watch. It feeds you content you will watch. And people
Yeah.
will watch horrible accidents because that's just what they do. You see something horrifying happen, you freeze up and you watch it, and the algorithm loves it.
Oh,
Caleb,
forgot.
get your shit
Yes.
back in focus.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
camera got angry after it tried to focus on your
Ah,
phone.
you biffed it.
It's over.
Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, we're back.
We're back. Yeah,
Mark
I've
also
noticed that, like,
says-
that we're in this stage of social media where it's just like awful shit. It's just people just acting like complete goobers for attention. AI sex bots,
And you will watch it.
fucking people just
Statistically.
posting fatal accidents, live leak footage.
Like clearly
Statistically, you
staged
will watch
stuff.
it.
Like
Yeah.
here's a rug cleaning video where I just dumped a bunch of mud on the rug like right beforehand,
Or just like
here's some.
Twitter like anger content. It's so everything sucks. Anyway, Mark keeps writing. He says, big ass trucks are annoying as hell. Oh, we're talking about how bad pickup trucks were. My city's just infested with these animals who don't only put their trucks on massive lift kits, but they also squat them. So now we have big-ass trucks with cabs that face towards the sky. Oh yeah, it's the Carolina squat. The drivers can see even less of the road. Oh my god, I hate
worst
these
thing
people.
to come out of South Carolina.
I've stopped going to car meets in some areas because now they're just filled with squatted Chevy Silverados that are perfectly good work trucks, besides the fact that their practicality's been erased because the owner said, hell yeah, squat truck, go brr. Nothing cool about the trucks, just squat. Sorry about the rant. Here's a Prius with a tow hitch. And he sent a picture of a Prius with a like triple ball tow hitch.
Oh,
Got that little U-Haul trailer on the back, you know?
Yeah.
You can tow small trailers even with a car like that, as long as it's not too much weight.
I don't know, when Marcus Lemonis owed me a camping trailer, I looked up the towing capacity of some cars, and even if those like the lowest of the line Camping World trailer, it was, oh my god, it was too much for some cars. Sorry, I'm pre-reading the next email. And it comes with a video link. Carl writes in, hi Shrimps, in regards to last week's discussion on trains and dash cam crashes, as a person who recently switched careers to drive a subway train, based, yes, we need more trains and less trucks and cars. And here's here's a dash cam video to further emphasize the point. And I clicked on the video, and it's a fucking dash cam video with the caption, who's at fault here?
We can't escape them.
And it's, I guess I'll show without audio real quick. It's
Caleb's
just a dude rolling into a parking garage, and some guy
I saw this video, yeah.
gasses it into a wall.
Yeah, dude.
And I guess that's it. Is that what is that? A BMW maybe.
Oh.
Audi or BMW? Yeah, I don't know.
Shout out to Caleb's dog that was like looking at a ghost or something before. It was like staring above his head.
What?
Yeah, like
Carl.
right before the video got started, I was like looking above your head.
Oh, it's at the stupid TV on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, it's probably watching the ceiling.
There's
TV.
nothing going on that TV on the ceiling.
Except for the ghost face that's staring at you that only the dog can see.
Yeah, the ring girl.
She is being weird as fuck right now. Like, she's all antsy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why she chewed everything up. She was scared because your place is haunted. So she was
The fucking
freaking out.
ghosts are speaking to her. Shit,
Yeah,
chew all my shit up.
Can we get the show and tell of the chewed up belongings?
I threw them in the trash, but I came home.
Damn.
So late at night, I'm real susceptible to like a good like Taco Bell craving, and then I get too lazy to walk to the kitchen. So I had like a whole thing of Taco Bell, and she just like got up on the desk and knocked all the Taco Bell off and like ripped it like all the fucking
Because it
packaging
smelled
to
like
shreds.
fucking Taco Bell.
You gotta stuff that under the bed like a real man. Right next to Cheese Whiz.
Yeah.
Mm.
Carl says, humans should not drive cars. The children yearn for the railway. PSA, if someone's being an animal on the subway train, tell the person driving. Either the driver or station official will take care of it. We don't know if people are being animals on our train unless you tell us. We don't want them on the train either. We don't have arrest powers, so you're not a narc if you tell us. You're just trying to make your commute a little bit better. I don't know if Carl said where he lives, but I'm curious where you drive subway trains. Because there's not a whole lot in the U.S. Maybe like the DC Metro is apparently really good. All right, Anton has sent us an email, and he sent one last week that I made fun of him because he didn't attach a picture, and he actually attached pictures this week, so good job. Anton says, hello, Shrimps. First and foremost, I only listen to at least half of the episodes because I can download them for free, and the Fall Guys are pretty entertaining that way, actually. Sweet. Because I asked people last week if they liked the Fall Guys episodes or not. I've been in Istanbul the last week, riding crappy roller coasters and seeing weird stuff. Also, the Wi-Fi shit. The Wi-Fi was shit, and my email didn't send pictures. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. In the picture is an F1 motion simulator for children. Please rate delivery. From Anton. These include pictures of a grocery store ride F1 car.
A motion simulator.
It has the Kimmy sticker from like 2004, but then it has a picture of like a 2018 car, just an F1 logo on it. Oh, the other side, this has the original thing. Interesting.
I love that. That's a motion simulator.
That's a great way of describing. I don't know if it's a language thing or a meme, but I enjoy
It's
it
a
either
fire
way.
truck simulator. Shout out.
Also, what is the best fried chicken chain and sauce from Anton?
Chick-fil-A.
Zaxby's with the Zax sauce.
Yeah, I could be down for that. Just for Raising Cane's, I'd say cane sauce.
Cane sauce is good.
Haven't been. Couldn't tell you.
Every time
I drove
Because you are
by,
a pleb.
I finally drove by a Dave's Hot Chicken, and I've only seen that because the lines have been like around the building, and I opted to just keep on driving the other day. So,
There's a bunch of those around here. People go crazy for it. I've never been.
Yeah, how
What
is
is
Dave's
it?
Hot Chicken?
The fuck is Dave's
I
Hot
haven't
Chicken?
been
Apparently they
Dave.
have some good like spicy chicken sandwiches, but I've never been, so maybe I'll give it a try. I don't know where the nearest one to me is, but there's a bunch around here.
I gotta say, I wouldn't bring this up unless like we were specifically asked about like chicken. Like a few weeks ago, I had like a few chicken sandwiches like in a span of a week from none other than KFC, and I was
Dude.
surprised that they were like shockingly good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like I was like, damn, it's like KFC. You think it's just gonna be
That's
like
why you got all
old
the
or
herbs
stale
and
or
spices
cheap,
in
and
there.
it's like, damn, no, it was delicious, juicy, hot, fresh. Like those like huge fucking like chunks of chicken that they gave you for the
I feel like
sandwiches.
KFC has like Burger King syndrome, where it's like you can go to one KFC and it's
Yeah.
like impeccable, and you go to another one and it's just like the shittiest food that you've ever had.
Peeing out of your
Absolutely.
ass.
Can that be the fucking podcast name? Just
No.
peeing out of your ass.
That'd be
I
a
don't
good
think you
test of what we
can.
were talking about last time of pushing. the
Dude, I
limits
love
of-
me a famous bowl, but not that
But you're-
much.
No.
Dude,
It's got
I gotta
bits of
fucking
corn
find-
coming out.
I had. It was the last time I went to Bojangles, if that tells you anything. But
Bojangles.
I had previously had like good experiences with Bojangles, I feel like, for the most part. So I was like, I went there, it was like just like a chicken sandwich, just like a regular chicken sandwich. I bit into it and it tasted like fucking like it tasted like I bit into a tire. Like it was just straight rubber.
Oh, that happened to me with a McChicken like 15 years ago. I've not eaten one since.
I will never eat Bojangles again because
It
of
was
that
the
fucking
thickest,
experience.
biggest piece of gristle just ever, and oh my god, yeah, that
I've heard
the
about
same
this.
thing happened to me with a McChicken.
This is a legendary Cody McChicken because it's turned him off of McChickens for 15
I was still eating McDonald's
goddamn
all the time.
years.
just not their McChickens.
I
It's impossible for me to eat the McFishin or the McFishin.
McFish.
It's impossible if you're weak. Caleb,
Here,
you
I
keep
found
digging
it,
for
I
that.
found
Okay, never mind.
Oh, I don't
You can
even-
see like
I'm not gonna look at this.
no, I mean it's not that bad.
Brings
but
up
you
bad
guys- you can-
memories for Cody.
I just have like
It's
food
trauma.
PTSD from this. Yeah.
Rubber chicken trauma.
That was his
You can-
personal Vietnam.
Like there's a weird film on the outside of it too that's just like I like looking back, I cannot fucking believe I put this in my mouth.
You gonna show it or not?
I have to get it to Discord, you fuck. From my phone.
Motherfuckers, man.
Okay, you keep working on that.
It's in general.
I fucking Christ.
Y'all
Every time I
being
try to move on
impatient,
from
fucking
it.
fill 10 seconds.
I think
God.
we're
Yeah,
halfway through.
Everybody's
the game.
clicked off of this show.
Good.
Yeah, Run's moved on to Fortnite videos by now.
Wait, this doesn't even look
Don't
that
watch it
bad.
anymore.
Do you not see the fucking
Is that
look
cum?
under the bun? Yeah,
Is
look
that
under
cum?
the bun, dude. It's like a film. It's like
Huh?
look at like a normal chicken sandwich comparison. Like that looks so
That's
pale.
jism.
It does look a little bit sad.
Somebody gave you the secret sauce, Caleb.
Who gave the sandwich a CMR?
Dude, get that off my
Okay, I have a chicken related question. Because I was always partial to Popeyes because they have the best chicken sandwiches, period. But
Popeyes in a long time.
recently, like uncomfortably close to my house, Church's Chicken has moved in, and I genuinely like it, and I've been told that I'm not supposed to.
By who and for why?
Didn't you tell me that if a church moves in, then your neighborhood's gone to shit?
That is true. That is 100% true.
I've never been to a church, so I wouldn't know that.
Oh, maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was Ed.
Yeah,
that does sound like an Ed quote.
I think it's genuinely great. I really like it. I don't know if it's different up here to down there, but
Maybe it's like the same vibes as like I feel like a fucking like crystal down here, where it's like if you see a crystal, it's like get the fuck out, like you are behind enemy territory.
Dude. There's a crystals like right next to Cherokee Speedway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why the crowd's so fucking rowdy
the
out there.
crystals your grandma warned you about.
I always get a crave case before I go in there.
Dude, a good like there's a crystal like straight on the interstate on the way back from Talladega.
I know where I'm
If
going.
you just go get 20 chicks and 20 crystals and just down them with your buds, it is genuinely the best time. Like,
Watch out
spend
for
a
the
goddamn
farts
lot of money,
afterwards,
but-
though.
Yeah.
that car was hell.
Just a bunch of cheeseburgers smelling farts.
The
Dude,
sliders.
I had a hot pot
Slider farts.
last week, like with a bunch of friends from kind of like streamer friends from like kind of the area, and a lot of them had to like drive back afterwards, like a 3 or 4 hour drive like around Toronto, and we ate so much fucking hot pot. It was like a combination hot pot and like Korean style barbecue place where like your table has like hot pot slots and grill slots, and it's all you can eat for like $50. So we just ate an
Is that like a
obnoxious
fondue type
amount
thing?
of like amazing meat. Yeah, kind of. And then these dudes had to ride back together for like 4 hours, and I can only imagine that car. Probably not a good time. Luckily, my ass just took the subway.
The dogs look no more ghosts.
Oh, one more thing about that church is it's based because they're open till like 4 a.m. on the weekends, so I can just full on degen hours go and get some fresh chicken. Even if I feel bad, because I will literally be the only person in the establishment, but they're open. I think it's mostly for delivery apps. Okay, we still have 4 more emails to read.
Jesus Christ.
Our good friend from down under, Andrew R, writes in, and he says, "Morning, all y'all. Slap dropped a video about the madness of the maddest motorsport of all, with the maddest cars of all." Which, can I point out, I taught Slap how to pronounce Lancia, and then he put out the video, and some kid on Twitter was like, "Actually, it's pronounced Lancia."
Yeah.
And then I put a
And then
get
you just
ready to
responded to
learn
him, like,
get ready to learn Italian, buddy. And then he liked it. So I don't think he realized it was about him, which is probably better for him. Personally, this is from Andrew R. Personally, I think that rallying is in fact the bravest of all motorsports, and that drifting, which tries to pass itself off as a sport, is just one necessary skill of rallying. Drifting is for people who like building machines but lack the proper elbows to go circuit or oval racing and lack the balls to go rallying. I very much disagree. And I think if you go in person, you'll understand. Right at the beginning, Slap mentioned that people would go to see town-to-town races and just show up. This is also true for bicycle racing, and this is where the story gets interesting.
Hold up a sign.
I like bicycles. Before the start of every stage on the tour, the little Frenchy bike race that lasts 2 weeks, okay. There's a passing parade of maybe 50 advertising boards on car and motorbike trailers. Sometimes they hurl merch into the crowd. That's kind of based. Thus, they don't need to sell tickets because you can just waltz up and watch the bicycle race for free. The other side of the implied contract is that you do get up to an hour of passing advertisement boards before the bikes come through, and it's been like this since about 1925. Thank you from Andrew R. P.S. The Group A regulations covered both circuit racing and rallying, which is why cars like the Cosworth RS500 and the BMW M3 and even a V8 Commodore all appeared at WRC events. Of course, Andrew had to throw in the Australian reference.
Did that lady that caused that like pile up from holding up that sign in that bike race a few years ago ever get caught?
Yeah, she got arrested. She tried to flee the country like the next
She had
day,
dip.
and they
She
got her
fucking-
ass.
She skipped town.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was like a manhunt. The whole country hated her. And she got charged because she straight up injured people, which is kind of fucked up. But that's the way it is. Like like seeing the tour, like it just happens. Like you just go to the side of the road and you can watch one of the greatest like events in sports. But also if you fuck with it, that's on you. That it's kind of based that you can watch it for free, but they just drive by with ads.
We need to hold up a sign promoting ShrimpHub.cool.
Then cause like a
massive pile.
I'm just saying, a lot of people remember that sign.
Massacre.
LAOPO me goes down in history.
Yeah, who's gonna be the fall guy to like hold up the sign so he can get billions of eyes on ShrimpHub.cool?
It was Rusty. Rusty's always the patsy. It was a setup.
Yeah, I'll be the fall guy. No problem.
I don't want to backtrack too far here, but did anybody see the Supercross race this weekend where that chick got smoked by one of the bikes?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
She went to like pick up a sign or something and she did the classic thing where like she jumped to one side and the bike jumped to the same side and then got clapped. I think she was okay. All right.
That was accurate.
The next email comes in from Kyle, who says, first of all, Slap's video was a banger. Second of all, Phoenix was Phoenix. My opinion is reconfigure or bulldoze. I think it and Richmond should be a one-date track in the spring. I agree. It would open up a date for a better track. I would say that the race was still not bad, but it still wasn't what Phoenix should be.
Or just fix the car, give it more horsepower.
They need to remove front downforce to where being in a wake
tires.
doesn't hurt. Also, NASCAR needs to add space above the rear wheels because it actually allows for good advertisement space. I don't agree with that. Anyway, my question this week is, what would you add for tracks if 2 weeks in Cup opened up? Rockingham.
Yeah.
And Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, done.
Road America, Milwaukee Mile, easy.
Montreal.
Jace sent me a Facebook link and nothing else in the email.
Yeah, take him out back.
It's just
It's
subject line.
it's a virus. Don't click it.
Thought y'all would appreciate this, and it's just Jace with a facebook.com/share link.
I wouldn't click that. That
Don't
sounds like
click it. That's a virus. He
That
got
might-
hacked.
That may or may not be a virus.
But it's a facebook.com.
Okay, nuke your PC for Shrimp Hours, DT. Go ahead.
No.
He's
Look, he's thinking about it. He wants.
He's got
But like,
two bullets.
it's not a
revolver.
malicious
He's ready
link.
to
Like
pull
it's
the trigger.
just a Facebook.
He's got that same look that Slap does right before he like hits 10 pipes in a row. Like he just really wants to press the button. Go ahead, DT. Press the button. Do it. I want to see
But
what it is.
it's actually facebook.com. Like it can't.
Okay, then press it. You're like, I'm telling you to do it, and you're trying to talk me into do it. Go.
It's a Facebook reel. Oh god, some dude's already talking at me.
It's Facebook.
It's like a TikTok, but it's a Facebook reel. I guess Facebook has its own TikToks now. It's just some dude talking a lot. I don't want to play someone else's fucking thing.
Yeah, the last time someone sent in a video, it was that guy telling us that if you said Bucky's differently, it was Bussies.
That was kind of funny, actually.
Only you laughed at that, DT.
Only you laughed at that, DT. Everybody else just kind of sat here.
You didn't like the guy saying bussies?
That Bussy's so good. I came in Bussies and I came back and I came in Bussies again.
Yeah, I thought it was
God.
funny. All right,
Dude,
well, I guess we'll
speaking of
watch this.
bussies- Did you guys see that Dune 2 popcorn cup?
Yeah, the
Oh,
popcorn
yeah,
bucket,
we
baby.
joked about that the other week.
The
That's a
Dussy.
popcorn bucket.
The Wormussy.
Oh no.
All right, we'll watch
Yeah,
this
I
dude's.
think we did. I think we talked about that on the podcast.
Last
Yeah,
week.
we did.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe
we
so.
did.
The Wormussy.
We'll watch this dude's fucking.
Oh my
Facebook
God! Get
video.
it too close.
I
Get
don't
him
give a
away.
damn what nobody say. I support street racing to the fullest. Why? No, y'all done took all the racetracks. Now y'all complaining about what comes next. No.
Oh, we were
Fuck
talking about
all
Laguna
that.
closing.
No, they need to find somewhere safe to do it. No, we had somewhere safe to do it. Y'all complained about how loud it was. You can't get your cake and eat it too, baby. You can put speed bumps all over your city, all over your neighborhood. But one thing's for sure, it ain't gonna be no speed bumps on that freeway. You can't stop a motherfucker from doing a 60 roll, a 40 roll on the E-way.
Jesus.
And then it's always that one officer that comments on literally every.
All right, Shrimp Hours does not condone street racing.
Yes,
don't
we
do
do.
it.
I don't
Yes,
agree
we
with
do.
what that guy
Yes, we
said.
do.
I don't agree.
This is the most based man in America.
Yeah,
That is-
I
Get
would
him on the
also add,
podcast.
It's kind of a base
uh,
take, but don't do it.
Yeah.
So don't advocate.
Take take Super Speedway off the schedule and put the fairgrounds back on it. Just like I want to personally make sure that that lady's dog from a few years ago fucking dies after a cup car fires up at the fairgrounds. Fuck your fucking dog, you fucking bitch. I'm gonna come find a dog. I'm gonna put it on the racetrack like that cat at Auto Club a few years ago, just because of your fucking bitching. I hate Nashville. That's all. Bring
Not
the
sure where that
fairgrounds
came
back.
from, but sure. The last email comes in from Nickman, who says,
The race in Tennessee literally just needs to be NASCAR just driving on I-40 from Knoxville to
Dude,
Memphis.
yeah, that'd be base.
I was like, oh, but then they'll block it off. I was like, yeah, it's situation fucking normal for I-40.
Yeah, that was sorry, that was out of nowhere. That was Matt Weaver put out a tweet when they had the fairgrounds hearing for the committee. There was like some random woman that got up and was like, she doesn't like
context.
Yeah, it was like, don't bring back the Nashville Fairgrounds because the racing's loud and scares her dog or something.
you did just come out of nowhere and call for someone's
Jewish.
dog to die. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I'll fucking do it
completely
again.
unprompted.
like we were watching a video about
Animal
racetracks
abuse.
closing and street racing, and you're just like, this one lady's dog needs to die.
Yeah, look here. I have it fucking bookmarked because this here. Oh yeah, this got lit up May 11th, 2021. 165 comments, 297 quotes.
You brought up a dog from 2 years ago, and we're just like,
That was
yeah, that
3
dog
years
needs
ago.
to die.
Yeah, we'll get that reference.
I hope that dog is still dead. Or fuck.
Do you want me to watch this fucking thing
No,
about
don't
someone's
watch it,
dog?
just-
No.
It's not a
No.
video. It's a picture. You fucking. Oh my god.
Why do we like try to engage with Caleb as though he's acting in good faith? He's not. We're like, this is an animal. This is a troglodyte. This is barely human.
Why
He's
are
just-
y'all hating?
No, I know what he is, like a horseshoe crab.
I
Just
want
going through the
NASCAR
motions.
in base
Just-
places, and y'all are fighting against me. What is
Does that mean
wrong
we
with
steal
you?
his blood?
It's the way you conduct yourself. You are an animal. You are a sea cucumber of a human
I'll
being.
kill 1,000 dogs to let base NASCAR come back.
Getting called a sea cucumber the whole time.
A horseshoe crab.
There was a horseshoe crab moment in the Dude movie. Rusty knows. All right, Nick Man writes in. This is the last email we have.
Yeah, I had to move past that too.
He says, well, certainly not on the level of the seventh circle of hell that F1 has released in the past month. IndyCar has gotten itself into a lot of drama in recent months. Whether it's the uncertainty about the future, pissed off fans, and now Michael Andretti publicly calling for Roger Penske to sell IndyCar. For a sport that's often too stubborn to make any sort of headlines, it's been fascinating to see IndyCar break that trend for all the wrong reasons. Anyway, award season has come and gone, which exists for one reason and one reason only, that it gives me a reason to remind everyone that Shark Tale was once nominated for Best Animated Picture alongside Shrek 2 and The Incredibles.
Hey, Shrek 2 is pretty decent.
Thanks.
Don't hate.
Yeah, I know, but
And
he's saying
Incredibles
Shark
based,
Tale
yeah.
wasn't. Yeah.
Incredibles might be the most like best like animated movie of all time. I might. throw
I
that out
appreciate
there.
everyone on Twitter getting pissed on behalf of celebrities who knew each other very well.
That was a hell of a way to end that podcast.
All right, I've got 3 titles written down in opposite
I want to
order.
hear yours first.
I've got Barely Human, Rubber Chicken Trauma, and Wafted the Juice.
Wafting the juice.
Yeah, that's my.
I thought, yeah, that's a good one. I had Destruction of Society early on, and then Rusty's a Fed, Rusty's dead.
We can't say Rusty's dead when he's actually here. Have we?
That's
That
true.
actually
We've
would
never
be-
used a Rusty's dead though, so next time he's not
We
here,
almost
we gotta
did
like,
last week.
How did you
We
not
gotta-
do it yet?
they chose like something in
You're still here.
Wales last week. I didn't get it.
All right, well, Rusty, it's good to have you. Unfortunately, we'll never be putting out another one of these podcasts ever again, so make sure you unfollow us on social media everywhere. Say bye.
Yeah, dislike and unsubscribe.
Yep. Leave a
Don't
comment
waft the
about
juices.
how much fun you did not have.
It's Jover.